I'm here with EK. Welcome to the second mini episode of us, quite frankly, talking shit that hopefully gets you excited about wrestling.
Yeah, man.
It's nonsense, but we fucking love it. And what is today's topic, I hear you say? Well, it's what I have with Ruben. It's Bad Blood. We are here.
That's what you get when you don't come, man.
Exactly. But not
No,
what you're all thinking right now. We mean gather together.
Get the heads out the gutter. Come on.
Exactly. We mean gather together at EK's flat and get the business done in terms of recording for the podcast.
Yeah, make sure you say the podcast bit, right?
Absolutely.
We can't be saying nothing else.
Exactly. Okay, so today's episode, as I said, Bad Blood. We are going to talk about our predictions for each match. This is Friday the 20th, in which we are recording it, of September. Not every match is confirmed, so there are a couple that are, which is Reigns and Cody versus the Bloodline. Priest and Balor is confirmed. Liv and Rhea are also confirmed to fight for the title. Then there are three, Punk and Drew is also confirmed, just telling us out. And then there are two, I should say, which according to CBS Sports are set to take place, which is Nia versus Bayley for the Women's Champ, and Gunther versus Sammy. Apparently Gunther will eventually relent one way or another. So, with that in mind, we are going to kick it off, and I'm going to hand it over to the big man, EK himself, to discuss his predictions on Reigns Cody versus the Bloodline.
Now, before we talk about that match, I want to say one thing. That one thing is I think this match is so unnecessary.
I agree.
It's not needed at all. It's got no storyline to it, number one. Cody doesn't need to be in it. It's pretty much like we've got nothing to do with our, biggest champion. Let's try and fit him in with a match somewhere. And then they've gone, well, where can we put him? Well, we're already somewhat working him with Solo. Solo has now got something with Roman. Roman needs a partner. Oh yeah, here you go. Cody, you go in there. It makes no logical sense as to why this match is happening.
I think it's the first time in a while I've looked at a Hunter booked match and thought,
what are you doing?
What are we doing here?
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is it teases next year's Mania, maybe, or the Rumble for the rematch. But anyway.
Well, maybe, because obviously they did have that stare down at one point, but
to clarify, that was the chair.
Yeah, that's fine. I was kind of hoping it was. Otherwise I'd have to open the windows.
Moving on.
Right. So back on the pay-per-view, of course. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa and the Werewolf.
I was going to say it'll be Jacob. It won't be
Jacob Fatu.
It won't be Mr.
Who do I think's going to win? Roman and Cody, because realistically they're not going to have their champ go over for no reason. Mm-hmm. There's no need to carry on the storyline with Solo and Cody anymore. That's pretty much done. This is pretty much the last match they'll have for a very long time, hopefully, because I didn't really enjoy it that much anyway. And this is the thing that will kickstart the proper bloodline story between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa, and hopefully, and I'm really hoping for this, Survivor Series will be a triple threat match, War Games, and The Rock will somehow come back and bring his own version of the bloodline, and then I will be pretty much very, very happy boy.
So, I think for me with this, I see it two ways. Obviously, there are two results. Therefore, I see it two ways.
Well, there could be three. Could be a no contest.
Could be a no contest, but I don't think it'll be a no contest. So for me, my heart says Reigns and Cody. Very simply, they've teased the feud. Let's Cody be done with the bloodline for now, and it sets up the future between them, potentially at Mania, maybe the Rumble. Who knows when they?
No other result makes sense, Jay-Z. That's the thing, isn't it?
Well, really? I think that's where you're wrong. I don't think my head says the bloodline does somewhat make sense, and it makes sense in the sense that if Jimmy's not fit to go by War Games, because if Jimmy is not fit to go by War Games, Cody steps in.
Oh, I think that's terrible.
Reigns.
Terrible decision.
I think, listen, I'm not here to say it's the best decision in the world.
That cannot happen.
I think either way we get our Bloodline versus Bloodline match at War Games. I think
if anyone steps in on Reigns' side, and I'm saying on like a last...
I don't think it's The Rock.
No. I'm not about to say that. If anyone has to step in on Roman Reigns' side...
Nia Jax.
I'm not anymore. No.
Naomi?
It has to be Sami Zayn. It has to be Sami Zayn because he's the only one that's got some form of history within the bloodline.
I agree, but I also think they'll want Cody inside a War Games cage. And I think if Jimmy can't go, I think you put your biggest.
I think he'll be with Randy at that point. I'll be honest with you. I think they're somehow going to have a Randy and Cody feud straight after Bad Blood. And I think it makes complete sense now. There's nothing else that makes sense because you've got Cody versus KO. That's pretty much done.
Yep.
And then if you go straight, there's a pretty much an easy narrative there with Cody and Randy because Randy's been staring at the title anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you have to have that. And then if they really wanted to put someone else in Roman's, stable, they could bring any of the family in that they've signed and haven't done anything with yet.
The only other person that makes sense to step in is
Zilla.
No, they've signed. Who else did they sign?
Well, Hikuleo as well.
Yeah.
What, Tula Tonga?
But I just as I say,
unless Jacob turns on Solo and then goes with Roman, and then you've got Tala Tonga, and then you've got 3 Tongans with Solo against Jacob and the two Usos and Roman Reigns.
I don't think that happens yet, but I do believe Reigns and Cody win it.
Yeah.
But there is a part of me that could see the Bloodline winning it, and depending upon Jimmy's fitness, Cody joining him. But anyway, as I say, I do mostly agree with you, and I'm like 99% sure it's Reigns Cody.
You know what? This whole situation is so avoidable because the match is so unnecessary. Yep. Because you can't see any of the 4 taking the pin.
No, and I think an hour before it was confirmed in the show, you had Cody even cutting the promo with Nick Aldis saying, I'm done. Speaking of him being done, so are we on this one. We'll move on to Priest versus Balor.
As you can tell, we have varying opinions and can talk about this for hours.
I think we're going to differ on opinion here potentially as well. I think Balor wins this.
No, I agree with you on that.
Okay.
I don't think it makes sense for Priest to win.
No, I agree.
I think what should happen here is just putting on my Booker's hat right now, not Booker T, because that would be silly.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Just about. I would suggest what should happen
Where's Queen Charmel?
I don't know. Someone find me one.
There you go. You hear that, ladies?
Yeah. Here we go. So what should realistically happen is Finn Balor wins, but via a complete distraction by the whole of the Judgment Day. Priest takes them all out, and then there's a roll up, and he steals it.
I agree about the Judgment Day tactics. I don't know if it's a roll up, but I don't
think it'll be clean.
I don't think it'll be clean. I don't think it will be clean, but I agree with you. So I think let's very quickly move on from that. But I think
also just on that point though, it doesn't make sense for Priest to win at all because otherwise the feud is done.
I that's exactly why I think
it's not done
now.
Unfortunately,
and speaking of that, like moving on, I think the next match we're going to kind of cover is Liv versus Rhea for the title.
Yeah, good little segue, by the way.
Thank you. For the same reason, I actually think Liv retains.
So do I.
One,
it would be pointless.
Yeah, and one, I don't think Rhea needs the title at the moment, and I think
this is going to be mildly an interesting opinion, but I think she's actually been better without it.
Do you know what?
Slightly.
I would kind of agree, but also I think Liv needs the title for Liv and Dom. I think it works with her having the title at the moment.
Yep.
I think keeping the title on Liv opens a lot more options at the moment for what WWE can book around her with the Revenge Tour, with everything that Liv has done. I think for Rhea kind of will potentially be pinned, and I think that will probably be clean. I don't think because I actually think Rhea will take Dom out, and I think that distraction will cost her, but in a clean manner.
Okay, I see what you mean.
But I have to be truthful. I think Rhea needs to kind of just let the feud pass by, let it end here between them, certainly for now. I think there's possibly down the line, before the year is up, maybe, I think there's possibly an intergender match in terms of on a pay-per-view, like a proper one. But I actually think there's no reason to
really had that, though.
Yeah, but as in, I think like proper pay-per-view style, maybe even with a stipulation.
Okay. Like Dom on a pole.
Could you imagine Dom finally, or with the custody of Dom match, with him finally actually doing what Vince originally wanted to do, which was hanging from the shark cage above the ring. But no, like, I do genuinely just think it makes sense to just keep it on Liv at the moment. I think there's better options for them.
I agree.
Speaking of keeping the title on someone, I'll tell you who I think they should take the title off. And it's Nia Jax.
Yeah. Not like most girls. Bring that back.
She is definitely not like most girls on the WWE, in the sense that I think she's terrible.
Nice.
Reportedly, it's going to be Bayley, as per the article on CBS Sports. Do I think Bayley wins it? Absolutely not.
Nope.
No, there's no reason to.
Nope.
I think if the title does change hands, it happens at Survivor Series, War Games, and it's obviously, for me, the Tiffy cash-in.
There is no one else on the roster that is going to beat Nia for the title. It has to be Tiffany.
Absolutely.
It doesn't make any other sense. But I think it has to be pretty much. It could be Bad Blood. She could genuinely cash in at Bad Blood, helps Nia win, but then cashes in her straight away. I think that the problem is I actually think that she might hold it, Nia, until Charlotte Flair comes back.
It's possible.
And then has an unbelievable match. I know I'm saying unbelievable in the same sentence as Nia Jax, which is probably the first time anyone's ever said that in the same context. However, they have a really good match. Charlotte takes it to the limit. She's really out of breath, like can barely stand, all that rubbish. And then Tiffany goes and actually cashes in and wins. Whether or not that's Survivor Series, whether or not it's down the line, it's going to happen at some point. And I don't think that the right person for Nia Jax to be cashed in on is after a Bayley match. It has to be against someone that actually is someone that's credibly could actually beat her.
Fair. And this is the last thing I'll say on it. And the reason I don't think that Tiffy would cash in at Bad Blood is, I think in order for Tiffy to cash in on Nia, I think the match needs a stipulation. And I think the match stipulation, whatever it looks like, will happen at Survivor Series War Games, because there will be weaponry.
I mean, it isn't the name. It's Bad Blood.
It's true, but
there'll be Bad Blood afterwards, but maybe not before.
I just can't see her pulling a weapon out at Bad Blood and doing it. Maybe they do surprise us. I don't know. But I would love Nia to drop the title. I
think most people would love her to drop the title.
From a personal perspective, I appreciate she's got better at wrestling, and I appreciate that she's got better in terms of her promos and what she's doing in the ring. But I can't get on board with it. Someone I can get on board with, though, Gunther. Absolute monster.
Another great segue.
Absolutely.
He's loving these segues tonight.
That's what I'm here for, mate.
And King again, of segues. We're going to call you King of Segues from now on.
I'll take it smooth, just like I like it. So the reported match again here is Gunther versus Sammy. We know it's being teased. Eventually, Gunther will say yes, or Sammy might force him into it somehow. I don't know. It's very simple for me. Gunther wins easy. Sammy goes over clean. Probably a squash match, in my opinion.
Yep.
It's the best way to do it.
Yep.
Gunther's a monster. Gunther is holding that title for the foreseeable.
Well, he has to squash him, because then it will pretty much get any doubt away from him losing the Intercontinental Championship. It can't be. It has to. I think it has to be quick. I think it has to be within 5-10 minutes. It has to be a complete brutality where he just beats the absolute living shit out of him.
I don't know if this is controversial, but I think Gunther can be Brock Lesnar, but better in terms of his future and
and
how he
also
will be
more
in the ring.
entertaining.
Yes, I mean he's got a personality.
We can talk. Yes.
Well, yes, there is that. Okay, so we're aligned there, and then leading us on to the big one, which I actually am hoping is the main event of the night, even though I don't think it will be, but I hope it is.
I think it has to be.
Is Hell in a Cell, and it is Punk Drew.
Yeah. I think we might differ opinions on this one.
I think Punk wins. Clean and simple. I think it's going to be a grueling 20-30 minute match. I think there's going to be a load of spots. I think Punk is going to...
longer than that.
Yeah, potentially. I think Punk will feign the same injury that he picked up at the Rumble. There will be a very pissed off Drew. Will Drew have his sword with him? Possibly. Can I see a fun spot with that happening? Possibly. Listen, I love Drew. I don't necessarily love heel Drew as much as I love
heel Drew.
See, I prefer other heel characters.
You see, I don't see him as a heel right now. I see him as like a very much in
vigilante.
Very much in between, like a heel and an anti-heel. As in, like, 1 week you'll love him, the next week you'll hate him. You never know where you are with him, which I think is so cool right now with his character. And I think that he's actually playing it so well. He's doing unbelievable work with Punk at the moment. I think that no one in their right mind can say that he hasn't carried this feud from the very beginning, because Punk has been injured, and also I still don't rate him that much, to be honest with you, and I never fucking have. But that's beside the point.
Can I tell you how I think this match ends?
Well, give me the opinion first of what's going to happen first, and then you can go with how you think it's going to end. I think Punk's going to win because I think it makes the most sense for him to end the feud. Do I think that it's going to be a easy win or like a quick win? No, I think the match is going to make them both look very credible, and whoever loses is still going to look like they're better than they were before they went into that match, 100%. But to end the feud, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately, I think Punk will win.
It's his first proper feud back.
Exactly.
He's got to win it.
He has to win it.
But I do think on the night, the way that I think this ends, I think sets up Punk's second feud. I think Seth's coming back.
Yeah, I do.
And I think Seth gets involved, and I think somehow Seth will either try to help Drew and it will lead to Punk winning, or Punk will pretend to get distracted with Seth again as he did first time round, but rather than when Seth gets refereed, but rather than it costing him this time, I think he'll remember to actually put Drew away. But I think Seth returns.
You see, I think Seth returns, but I think Punk wins before Seth returns. I think it's going to be very much a very, very similar feel to when Punk returned at Survivor Series, where the credits go on, you see the logo at the bottom of left or whatever corner it's on, and all of a sudden Punk's about to leave, and you hear Seth come out, and then they just stare at each other, pretty much.
I need heel Seth back in my life.
I think we all need heel Seth back in our lives. I think we also need a bit of Jamie Mercury and,
Mr. Noble.
J&J
Security.
Yeah, that one, yeah.
Love it. Well, okay, that's it from us. We'll see how we do. Maybe we'll have a little bit of a forfeit for the loser here.
Well, we've gone with very similar opinions, so it's going to only be one or two, isn't it, really?
I think so. And I think...
I can't believe I just got...
I think, yeah.
How did I just say Jamie Mercury? Joey... Oh, bloody
Joey Mercury and Jamie Noble.
There you go.
Fine.
Thank you
we'll
very
get there
much.
eventually.
Yeah, I'm tongue-tied.
Some of us are just better at this than others, you know?
I just loved them so much, I got them mixed up.
And yeah, you're still better than Ruben. So we're fine.
I mean, anyone can be. I'd put a stick here and they'd probably be better at saying this than Ruben, so it's fine.
Completely fair. Well, thank you for listening, guys.
By the way,
we do. Of course we do. We love him, really. We just talk to each other. That's it from us, guys. As always, you know what the wrestling WoW podcast email is.
Do you want to say it this time?
No,
do you want to say it right?
Or EK, you can give it out if you want.
Right. So if you have any suggestions, comments, or want to kind of take the piss out of us, please email us at WOWrestling24@gmail.com. Do you want to say it, Jay-Z?
No, I don't, to be honest.
Or you know what? We've got all our socials out now. You know, we are on X, not Twitter, Jay-Z.
Which you can find us on WO Wrestling,
Oh.
and then on Instagram
Oh.
on WO Wrestling 24.
There we
You see,
go.
I can do this. I've just had one ceviche too many. That's it from us, guys. Have a wonderful evening. Here's hoping to experience an amazing Bad Blood pay-per-view, and we'll be back with the next one soon.
Yeah, stay tuned for the actual second episode when the others figure out they want to turn up.
Absolutely.
And otherwise, peace out.
Peace.